let's talk about commitment questions, okay? So how do we get them to commit and take the next step to purchase what we're offering, okay? So how do we get them to think in their mind, am I spelling commitment right? Is there 2 T's or 1 T? There's 1 T? A says 2. There's 1 T? Who says 2 T's? Who says 1 T? Okay, so it's not my fault. All right, so can somebody Google it? I think that's spelled wrong. Okay, can somebody message my assistant Beth and tell her committing is 2 T's. Commitment is 1 T. Good catch. How do we get them to commit and take the next step to purchase what we're offering? Now, remember, when we're asking our commitment questions, what is our goal? Yeah, but we're still doing what? Still disarming them. Okay? Because what can happen if we're off in our delivery when we're trying to quote unquote close? What can be triggered? Yep, right? Very easily. How did somebody used to close before you learned how to really sell? Okay, give me an example.
If you want the red car or the blue car.
What did you used to sell? Cars?
No. I was just giving an example.
But what did you used to sell?
Well, I was a corporate HVAC.
Okay, so HVAC. Okay, so what would be an option close that you used to use?
Would you like it delivered by next week or the weekend?
Okay, so you don't ask if they want it. Just like, now, would you like it delivered next week, Friday at 4 or like Thursday at 6? Something like that, all right? So which could trigger what? Yeah, sales resistance, because like, wait a minute, huh? Well, I don't know if I can afford it, right? So I'm assuming you got some of those type of responses. Now, there'd be some people that'd be like, oh, actually, we'll take it. But those are the people that already made up their mind they were going to buy. The people who were on the fence, you would have just triggered more of what? More of this, which caused you to get more objections, which just is a never-ending circle, okay? So remember, our ultimate goal is every part of the process, A to Z. From beginning, when we're connecting, when we're asking our connecting questions, all the way to the middle, when we're helping them see what the gap is, to solution awareness questions that help them see their objective state, all the way to our transitioning into the presentation. In the presentation and commitment, it's all about making sure that we're still disarming them, all right? So like Rhodes said, the ABDs. We're still in the ABDs. Remember the ABCs, always be closing? Now we'll always be disarming. Well done. All right, somebody get that domain name. Tell Beth to get that domain name. Always be disarming. ABDs. ABD might already be taken. Always be disarming. Tony's like writing it. I'll sell it to you for 10 grand. Okay. So when we ask our commitment questions, it's the delivery of how we're asking them. Now, I don't think we shouldn't have to pull up a script here so you guys can look at what your commitment question should be, because really with any industry, they're almost identical. All right, who wants to volunteer to be the salesperson that has not gone yet? That has not gone yet. I'm going to start calling out names. Who hasn't gone yet? Just raise your hand if you haven't gone yet. Okay, you haven't gone, Ace. Okay, Ace, perfect. So Ace, you're going to be the sales rep. Let's see, for the prospect, who's not been a prospect or a salesperson? Maggie, you're the prospect. Perfect. Right in front of me the whole time. Both of you. Okay. All right, so Ace, what are you selling? Yield farm. Okay, and so like it's really the same commitment questions, even if you're like selling sales training, okay? Let's see. There's going to be a couple of nuances here, because he could ask him his first commitment question, and she could say a couple of different things. Several different things. She could be like, yeah, I do. Or she could be like, I do, but. Or she'd be like, I'm not really sure. I mean, there could be multiple angles that she could go. Okay, so we, on our end, have to know what to do next, okay? So for this angle, I'm gonna tell you a little secret that I want you to do. I'm gonna start doing this. I'm not gonna tell the person in the seat. I'm gonna tell you what to do, and you have to react, okay? All right, so let me think of what I want you to do. All right, so in this one, you're just gonna say, yeah, I think it is. That's what you're gonna do.
Okay.
Okay. All right, is everybody ready? Yep. Okay, Ace, you ready?
Born ready.
Yes. Can feel the commitment. Okay. All right, so you're up.
So, Maggie, do you feel like this could be the answer for you?
Yeah, I think
Can I ask why, though?
because of A, B, C.
And did you have any questions around that structure or how that works?
No, I think you've explained it pretty well.
Okay, well, I mean, if you don't have too much else for me, I don't have too much else to go over with you.
Speak up.
If you don't have anything else to go over with me, I don't have too much else to go over with you. Looks like we covered what you might be looking for. Like, really, the next step is to make some kind of arrangement for onboarding, and it's fairly simple. We just use your name, your email address, a credit or debit card, and that gets you introduced to everything that I outlined there to start the process of you making $25,000 a month. Would that be appropriate, or how would you like to proceed?
Okay, let's just stop there. Okay, so constructive feedback panel. What did Ace do well there? Quickly, we got to fly through this quickly.
Pauses.
Pauses meaning?
When he says something, he'll think. So, like, just inserting those pauses.
Do you feel? See, that was really well done, Ace. What else did he do well?
Like hand gestures.
Yeah, hand gestures. Who taught you that? Okay, some guy. All right, what else?
He cut her off when he said like why what so she doesn't know how to talk productive.
Yeah, one thing I want you to avoid is say, can I ask why? Say, hold on, why do you feel like it is though? Hold on, why do you feel like it is? Or why do you feel like it is? You don't need to say, can I ask? Or I'm curious, why do you feel like it is? Like right there, be more assertive and be like, why do you feel like it is though? Or hold on, why do you feel like it is? Skeptical. Okay? What else did you do well? Tony, you had a thought.
Tonality was, voice was quiet, but cadence was.
Pretty good, yeah? TC, what's on your mind?
My mind?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of improvement in terms of the body language as well.
Yeah.
So like, just based on hearing how you speak,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Yeah. What did he miss? Anybody tell me?
I feel like when I was asking for the order, it took way too long.
Yeah, but we want to ask a second commitment question. Why do we want to ask two commitment questions there? Why not just ask the one? What was the second commitment question he should have asked? Yeah, can I role play real quick? No. No, damn it. Okay, do you feel like this could be the answer for you?
Yeah.
Why do you feel like it is though?
No, just X, Y, Z.
Uh-huh. I mean, do you feel like this is something you can do to really kind of get you where you're wanting to go?
I think so.
Okay. So when I so there's a couple points there. So I want a double commitment, okay, because she's probably going to expand obviously more. We're just role playing there. But that first commitment question, so do you feel like this could be just like Ace did, the answer for you? Yeah, I do. Okay, but why do you feel like it is though? A little bit skeptical there, not overly skeptical, but a little bit skeptical where she defends herself and she's like, well, the reason why I feel like it's because of this and because of that. I mean, do you feel like this can be something you can do to kind of get you where you're wanting to go in your life? If you're selling, it depends on what you're doing, okay? If it's health with maybe what Tony, I mean, do you feel like this, Dr. Sun's approach, Dr. Sun's, what would you say? Dr. Sun's what?
I don't sell that.
Strategy.
Well, I'm just saying, just,
Strategy for.
Yeah, Dr. Sun's strategy for
Approach.
getting back to.
yeah, do you feel like with what Dr. Sun, strategy that you can kind of will get you where you want to go, like health-wise in your life or whatever it is. So
Is it the structure
there's a
we have
little,
for you?
yeah, there's a little adaptions that we have to take depending on what we're actually selling. That's going to be a little bit different, but it's that same question. Do you feel? Hold on. Why do you feel? I mean, do you feel like this is something that you can do or something that you can have? It could be something you can have depending on what it is that can get you where you're wanting to go. It depends on what you actually sell. If it's like life insurance coverage, you can't say, do you feel like this is something you can do? be a little bit weird because you're not doing anything. Do you feel like do you feel like this coverage is really going to, you're implementing a little bit different, but you want a double commitment there because it just strengthens her resolve to do something. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. So you want to have 2 commitment questions there. One is okay, but like I want a double commitment in case something else comes out. Now, I don't want to probe twice though. Okay, I don't want to say, so when she says, I really, off the first one, oh yeah, I really do. Well, hold on, why do you feel like it is? And she tells me blah, 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 blah. And then I say, well, do you feel like this is something you can do to get you where you want to go in your life? I don't then want to come back and say, why do you feel like it is? Because that's an overprobe. Now, if I ask, well, why do you feel like it is after the first commitment question? And she's like, I just do. That's not really strong. So then I might come and say, well, I mean, do you feel like it's something you can do to really get you where you're wanting to go? Yeah, for sure. Well, why do you feel like it is? And then I might say, well, let's see, I'm missing something.
What specifically?
Yes. Tell me that quickly.
I guess what specifically do you feel is going to be the most important aspect of this for you?
Yes. So we went over that in the inner circle call, and you brought up a great point that we implemented in there. So if she says, I really do, okay, but what specific part of the actual training program, if you're selling training like Amazon, okay, but what specific part of the training program do you feel is going to help you the most, though, out of that? That's what we did, right? Okay. Why do we do that? Give him the mic. Give Shane the mic, please. Somebody, give Shane the mic. Okay. Ace, go ahead. Sorry.
It gets them not only to just the double buy-in, but it also gets them to hone in specifically on one of the points that you've mentioned. And then it's not just them regurgitating what you've said, but it's them saying specifically how it's going to work for them. So that now they're verbally saying before you're asking for any sort of payment or anything, that they're telling you this is what is definitely going to work for me.
Okay.
And then you're like, okay, so let's go forward with that then, right?
Okay. I want to role play that again. Let me role play with her again, and I want to add that in a different way. Okay, so I want you guys to see this. And this time, don't just say X and Y and Z. Tell me some like real reasons. Otherwise, I'm going to replace you with him.
What program?
I'm just joking. What do you want me to sell? The Amazon stuff, or what? Does it really? I don't think it matters. Okay, just some type of training. Okay, so are you familiar with that type of product or service? What do you sell?
Fitness?
Oh, fitness.
Or
Well, maybe we
coaching.
should just do the fitness coaching. Are you more familiar with that?
Whatever you want.
Let's just do the fitness.
Okay.
Is that okay? Sure. Okay. And I don't know that it's okay. Do you feel like this could be the answer for you?
I think so.
Why do you feel like it is though?
Plus all the support and accountability I think would be really helpful for me.
In what way?
Just keeping me on track,
Okay.
I tend to fall off.
But besides the support and all that stuff, like what specific parts of the training program with ACE do you feel like is really going to get you where you're wanting to go?
I think having a weekly check-in every
Okay.
single week. And
Why
someone give
that?
someone to give me feedback so I know I'm making progress and where
Okay.
to tweak when I don't know if I'm doing something right.
That's important to you. Okay, well, I don't really have anything else to go over with you. It looks like we covered the basis of what you're looking for in, like, as far as XYZ fitness. Sorry, I don't know what to say. Really, the next step would be, if it's appropriate, is we would make some type an arrangement for your ABC. What's it called? What's it called? What do you sell?
S&P.
S&P?
Yeah.
We'd make some type of arrangement for your S&P. You can do like a wire transfer or credit card. At that point, we put you in contact with what? I don't know what you do. With your coach Hattie, who's going to
Onboard you.
who's going to onboard you, but a little bit more.
Yeah, she's going to set you up.
She's gonna
with
set
your
you up,
first coaching call.
Onboard with you, your first coaching call to make sure that we're actually getting you on schedule to lose that 30 pounds. Repeating back what she said she wanted. Would that be appropriate, or how do you want to proceed from here? So what did I just do with what he said there? Can anybody tell me?
You added a few details.
Can anybody tell me? Yeah. Did anybody catch it?
Yeah, you timed this specifically.
Yeah. So I said, do you feel like this could be the answer for you? And she said, yeah. Okay, but why do you feel like it is? And she said, and she started to go into it. I'm okay, but besides that, did you see how I noticed that? Okay, but besides the support, what specific parts of the training do you feel like is really going to get you where you can lose that 30 pounds or whatever she said she wanted? That's where I would use that. So I would still say, well, why do you feel like it is though? And she starts to say, okay, but besides that, because if she tells me one reason, I say, okay, but besides that, what specific parts of the training do you feel like is going to really help you lose 30 pounds, she then does what?
Gives you another reason.
She gives me another reason why this is what she's looking for. And gives herself another reason why. Is that everybody with me on the same page? Any questions on that real quick? Everybody seems asleep. Did the salad put you to sleep? The tomatoes? It's not like you ate a cheeseburger and fries. What's going on over here?
I did have a question around.
What's your question? Yeah.
So in Inner Circle, you talk a little bit about like not blinking too much because it shows anxiety. But I noticed there that you blink a lot.
Did I blink a lot? I didn't even notice.
So is that intentional or is that just kind of a?
No, I must have just been blinking. I don't know. I brought that up because Colin, when we saw that, he was going like this.
His is very obvious.
It was like, okay, what was your question? He was like seriously done like, dude, you're like over blinking, if that's such a thing. Was I over blinking? I don't know.
Now that I have the reference point.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's okay to blink. It's not like you're going to be like, do you feel like this could be the answer for you? Why do you feel like it is, though? Okay, it's something important to you. Ah, I see, okay. Yeah, you don't want to like under blink. But Colin was like, was anybody on the Inner Circle call where he was, I'm like, dude, I've never seen you blink so much, but it was so obvious that you're like, because typically when you blink like that, like it's just going to trigger something where like, what's going on with this guy? You know, I don't know if it, yeah, like he's hiding something. Anxiety. Yeah, something's coming up. He's a little bit nervous. And you could tell he was nervous on the call just by his voice too, but it was causing him to blink a lot. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. You're blinking a lot. Does that help? Yeah. Okay. So don't over blink, but don't under blink. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's normal.
Just normal. Okay. All right. Commitment questions are fairly simple. So it's really 2 commitment questions. Do you feel like this could be the answer for you? Okay. I do. Oh, why do you feel like it is though? Oh, because of this. Okay, but besides that, what specific parts of because everybody here is selling some type of training program, of the training program do you feel like is really going to and repeat back what they said they wanted? If it was fitness, and let's say Maggie was selling to some guy and he really wanted to lose 50 pounds, what specific parts of the training do you feel like is really going to help you make sure we're getting you that 50 pounds or whatever? You're going to repeat that. You have to be very specific there, okay? So if it's Amazon, okay, so what specific parts of the training do you feel like is going to help you the most to make sure you're able to leave your job and be able to stay at home with your kids and be able to get up to 200,000 in the next 12 months? I'm just repeating back and being very specific because it causes them to do what? Think about the outcome, what parts is going to help them the most, and they're starting to do what? Again, they're starting to see. They're starting to see like, here's what it's going to be once I get to this point. Losing the weight, getting rid of the gut problem, having more time with my kids, making more money, making a bunch of money in crypto, whatever it is, some of you guys that sell over here, okay? Did you have a question? Somebody was going to ask me something over here. Oh, I know, I'm looking at cool. Okay. Does anybody need any other help with commitment questions, or everybody comfortable with that? It's fairly basic. Yeah.
I think it did double probe actually, but I didn't even notice because it was natural. Because you asked what about, this could be the answer for you, why? And then when I told you that, you're like, oh, and that's important to you. I think,
It's a probing statement.
Yeah, you did.
Did you pick up what I did?
Yeah, you said like why that, and then she elaborated.
Why is that
Okay, so that's important to you.
Yeah.
So instead of saying, why is that so important to you? Because that'd be like over probing, like, okay, so that's important to you then. It's just a probing statement, which is a condensed version of a probing question. Anybody catch it? It's just a probing statement. Everybody's like, whoa, I didn't pick it. Good catch, Maggie. So remember, commitment questions, this is 5%. 5% of the close. I mean, I would even say it's 5%. It's probably more like 2%, okay? Where are they deciding they're buying at? Engagement stage, which is above the TV, okay? They're deciding in problem awareness, solution awareness, consequence. Little bit in presentation if we connect the dots the right way, but the sales made and the discovery part in that engagement part of the process. It's not made because you say, do you feel like this could be the answer for you? Ta-da! No, it's not made there. That's just getting them to commit to take the next step. Okay? With me? Yeah. All right, we're going to move on to some objections before we live stream. I want to give